Okay, now these can be a little bit annoying, okay? It says a rectangle's length is twice its width. The perimeter is 30 centimeters. What's the area of the rectangle? Now, you're actually going to make a system of equations here. So we're going to draw a rectangle just up here. I'm not going to draw it for every problem because they're all rectangles. Now, we all know that the sides are known as length, length, width, and width. And these add up. Perimeters adding the sides up, they get 30. So how many L's would I be adding? Well, 2. How many W's would I be adding? Well, 2 of those as well. And the perimeter, when I add them, equals 30. So that's one equation. All these are going to have 2L plus 2W. That's how I get it with that right there. Okay, so it says a rectangle's length is twice its width. You can write an equation from that too, okay? What you do is put L equals W, but we know they're not equal because the length is twice the width. You actually multiply your width by 2, okay? Because this is the lesser of the amounts. To make them equal, you would multiply by 2. So if I say the length equals twice the width, that's is means equals, okay? L equals 2W. Okay, now I'm ready to solve this. And remember what you're doing. You're finding the area, so put that in the corner. So area is multiplying length and width, but I don't know what they are, okay? Well, I'm about to figure that out. Now, in one of the equations, I have a variable by itself, meaning it has no operations with it. And that would be this L right here. I'm going to circle that. That means in the other equation, I need to remove the L, and I replace it with I'm just going to empty the parentheses. So 2 parentheses plus my 2W equals 30. And then in place of that L, I can put 2W, because L equals 2W. So I take 2 times 2W, which is 4W, plus 2W equals 30. Add your W's, so that'd be 6W equals 30, divide by 6, and W equals 5, okay? So I know 5 is the width, and I need to multiply by the length, but you're like, well, I don't know the length. Well, the length's easy to find. Well, you know length is 2 times W, and now that you know W is 5, 2 times 5 I think is 10, okay? So I take 5 times 10, and that's 50. Now, if it's area, we need to label it accordingly. It's not just centimeters, it's centimeters squared. Perimeter is just centimeters. Area is cm squared, because area is the space inside. Okay, next one. A rectangle's length is 3 times its width. Its perimeter is 70 feet. What's the rectangle's area? Okay, so 2L plus 2W equals 70 this time. Okay, the length is means equals, and then 3 times the width is 3W. Okay, you just read the sentence. Is means equals. Miss Patton taught you that, okay? All right, so again, we're finding the area. So the L is the variable without any operations. So what I do is I remove L from this equation. So I have 2, and I'm just going to put an empty parentheses for now, plus 2W equals 70. And then in for the L, I put 3W. Okay, so 2 times 3W is 6W plus 2W equals 70. So add those, it's 8W. And 70 divided by 8 is 8.75. Okay, remember, so you write 8.75 down, then you have to find what the other dimension is. Okay, now you know that L is 3 times W. Well, now that you have the answer for W, it's very easy to find the length. So you take 3 times 8.75, that's 26.25. Okay, that's going to be a weird looking answer. That's all right. So I multiply 8.75 by 26.25. We're going to say it's about 230. Okay. So it's about 230 square feet. Okay, a rectangle's length is 4 times its width. Its perimeter is 50 inches. What's the rectangle's area? Okay, so again, 2L plus 2W equals 50. Again, the reason why, because there's two, when you add perimeter around a rectangle, there's always 2 lengths and 2 widths. Length is means equals 4 times its width, so 4W. Okay, since I know what L's all by itself, so remove L from that equation. Okay, and we're going to put 4W in place of the L. So that's 8W plus 2W equals 50. Remember, area is your end game, okay? But you got to find the dimensions first. Okay, so that's 10W divided by 10 divided by 10, W equals 5, okay? So 5 multiplied by, now you know that you have 4W here, okay? You already have the answer for W, you have 5. Again, that's just 4, L is equal to now 4 times 5, which I know is 20. So I take 5 times 20, and that's 100, and that would be inches squared. Boom.